So what happened to make you homeless?
I was with my dad at the time, and I had an argument with him, and one thing escalated to another and ended up out the door that night.
So where did you go?
Well, I was quite lucky at the time that I knew a few friends that could let me stay the night, and I was also quite lucky that I knew some people that worked with the YMCA at the time, so I was able to come up to the YMCA.
What were your different emotions?
Well, as I mentioned, I had a fight with my dad, so first I was feeling angry. Most of that first night I was feeling really angry, and then it sort of changed to a more sad emotion, because you then realise that you're out in the street, and it was also confusing as well, so you were confused about it.
So the obvious question, but was it tough?
Yes, that first night was tough, because I mentioned that I stayed with friends, but for the first few hours I was only able to stay with friends basically from the early hours on in the morning till the later that morning. So the first night I was out 6-7 hours by myself on the street, so it was tough because you had to try and find somewhere to hide so you weren't getting bothered by people. So
how long were you homeless?
Well, at the moment I'm still technically classed as homeless, so even though I have accommodation, I'm in a homeless unit, so I'm still technically classed as a homeless person. So at the moment, so that's I've been about 6 years now, roughly.
See, when you were first homeless, did you know of any of the support that was available to you?
Well, vaguely, I knew little about it. I was quite lucky that not quite lucky, but my brother had been through the same sort of situation, so there was the remnants of that, so I knew a little bit about the why from that, but as I say, there was very little knowledge of it, but I knew some people that worked in the YMCA that were able to guide me in the right direction.
And the support given you from the YMCA, did you find it useful?
It's been very useful. Throughout the years it's been very useful. They don't just support you mentally, they can support you physically as well, as in if you're there, you know, they'll show you how to do things like cooking, because when I left I couldn't boil water, and they were able to show you how to cook and help you with that as well. You know, so they help you in different aspects.
So has the support been beneficial for you, and why?
Really, it's been really beneficial. I've been able to move on. I've got a job from the support that they've provided me. I've now been able to cook a lot more meals and things, you know, as well. And I'm in the process of finding my own place to stay as well.